Previously on Love Against All Odds. Love had promised them freedom, but reality came with chains. Amara's father found out about her secret relationship with Daniel, and
I forbid you to see that boy.
Daddy, I love him. You can't understand.
Daniel walked away that night, leaving behind the girl who once believed their love could survive anything. The walls that sheltered their dreams were shattered, and so were they. Days turned into a blur. Amara tried to live like nothing had happened, but the silence inside her grew louder with each sunrise. She would smile when people looked, but her eyes told the truth. She was drifting. Her father filled their home with plans for her future, pretending not to notice how empty her laughter sounded.
Everything is set for you, Amara.
He spoke about responsibilities, about Toby, the man he wanted her to marry, but never once about love.
Toby is a good man, Amara. This is about responsibility.
At night, Amara would lie awake staring at the ceiling, wishing she could silence the memories. Daniel's voice still echoed in her mind. Love is a current, Amara. You can't control it. You just have to trust it to take you where you belong. But what happens when the current turns against you? Daniel wasn't doing any better. He threw himself into work, pretending he'd moved on, but every corner of his world still carried her scent. He'd reach for his phone sometimes, typing messages he'd never sent. There were too many things he wanted to say, but none that could undo the past. The city felt quieter without her, like even the noise knew something was missing. One evening, the sky grew dark with rain. The kind of rain that reminded him of that night, the night everything fell apart. He couldn't fight the pool anymore. Without thinking, he grabbed his jacket and stepped out into the storm. He didn't know what he was searching for: forgiveness, closure, or maybe just a glimpse of the girl who once made him feel alive. Back at Amara's house, the rain began to fall heavily. She stood by her window, watching it pour, feeling that same ache in her chest. But tonight felt different. There was a strange energy in the air, like her heart already knew something was about to change. And then she saw him. Through the curtain of rain, a familiar figure stood by the gate, drenched, still, and quiet. Daniel. Her breath caught. For a second, the world stopped moving. She didn't open the window. She didn't move. She just stared, frozen between love and fear. He didn't call her name. He didn't shout. He just looked, as if seeing her was enough. The distance between them was more than just space. It was everything they'd lost, everything they were afraid to face again. Her fingers trembled on the glass. Part of her wanted to run out there, to hold him, to tell him she never stopped loving him. But her fear spoke louder. It reminded her of her father's words, of the expectations pressing on her shoulders, of what love had already cost her. She stepped back, letting the curtain fall. The thunder rolled. And outside, Daniel lowered his head, letting the rain hide the tears he couldn't hold back anymore. He didn't know if she saw him. He didn't know if she cared. But he knew one thing: he couldn't let love drown quietly this time. Even if it meant going against everything and everyone, he was ready to face the current once more. Inside, Amara sat on her bed, her heart racing. Something inside her whispered that this was not the end, that maybe love, even when broken, still finds its way home. The wind howled louder, shaking the window frames. The lights flickered, and for a second, her phone lit up, an unknown number flashing across the screen. Her hand hovered over it, trembling, unsure whether to answer. Outside, the rain swallowed Daniel's silhouette completely. Was it over, or just beginning again? The night held its breath. Two hearts, one storm, and a decision that could change everything. To be continued. Don't miss the final chapter, episode 7, The Price of Love. Subscribe, stay tuned, and find out how far love will go when the heart refuses to let go.